All right, everyone, welcome back. Another episode here of my TH9 compact, and my trigger spring broke again. So if you've seen my previous episodes, you'll understand why the trigger spring is broken. It's because I just pull on this thing so much there. See? There you go. See that? Trigger spring is broken. I have to pull it, and then there we go. So the trigger spring broke again. This is the repaired, okay, this is the repaired trigger spring. So I'll tell you my experience with Taurus, okay? I'll tell you my experience with Taurus. So I called Taurus early in the morning. What is it? It was 8 o'clock here, so it's 9 a.m. wherever they are. They're on Eastern Standard Time, the customer service. I figured best to call in the morning, get it fresh. And I gave them my previous customer service number, my previous customer work order or whatever. I did document this and everything, so I still have all the paperwork. And I guess it's in their system. I told them the trigger spring broke again, and kind of explained to them that, you know, that this is pretty much the weakest point of the gun, is it's not really trigger spring, and this is the one that's repaired. And in this one, right here, this one right here, the actual spring broke, not the part that holds on to the trigger bar or anything. The actual spring itself broke in half. And you know, the weakest point of this whole gun, as far as I know, I admit all I've been doing so far is just dry firing this, but pulling the hammer, racking it, I obviously don't know if any feeding issue, but I don't see any problems with any feeding with this gun. It's just so very simple design. But this right here, this area right here is the weakest point, because if you pull this trigger long enough, many X amount of times, eventually the trigger spring will weaken. And it may be the material that is used, it may be the trigger spring itself and how it's made. It could be the design of the whole system, although trigger springs are very common, and trigger springs do break. Now, I'm a special person, I guess, in the fact that I train almost daily with this hammer fired gun. You know, for a training gun, I think this is a great training gun. I've gotten over 10,000, no, not 10,000. I have over 20,000 hits on the laser hit app. Not all of it is from this particular gun, but just to give you an idea of how many times I pull a trigger to get 20,000, you know, hits, or 20,000 trigger pulls. And I'm learning about, you know, these guns and these gun manufacturers. A lot of what they make may never be tested. It's just designed. They build a, you know, a prototype. They shoot it, you know, put a couple hundred rounds, maybe 500 rounds. They never in my opinion, the gun industry never tests anything beyond 20, 30, 40,000 rounds, whether it be trigger pull, racking the slide, feeding. There's no, as far as I know, there's no test like that. And, you know, the customers or the users are basically the guinea pigs, and we're using it, and then we're giving them the feedback and they're learning from it. So, anyways, so that's what I learned, because I have a G9 or AR9, quote unquote, from Lone Wolf, and I've broken the firing pin. It seems to be a common problem with that as well. So some of this stuff never really gets tested, so you're just buying things at a high price, unfortunately. Anyways, the gun industry. You gotta love them and hate them at the same time. Anyway, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put this back. And okay, so here's my experience with the Taurus customer service. So far, it's been awesome. So I'll tell you my experience. Okay, so basically, I call in the morning. Okay, so I call in the morning, and it takes a while. You push like 1 for customer service. You call their 800 number, the customer service 800 number. You push 1, then you push 2, I believe, for repair or warranty work. And then it takes about, I would have to say, you know, 15 to 20 minutes, sometimes half an hour on average. That's just my experience. I've only called them twice. And you might actually get somebody, you know, live on the phone. So you're put on this recorded machine, and you know, you give them the information. Now, I already had service work, so I give them my previous customer service number on this, and basically they had all my information. I told them it's the same issue. They put me on hold again, and I'm assuming they put me on hold so they could fill out the work order and everything. They just had to fill in the blanks, which they already had all of my information. And 5 minutes later, they came back to me off a hold on the phone, and pretty much that was it. That was it. They said, okay, we're going to email you the FedEx stuff again. So I've already had experience with it. What you want to do is have the gun unloaded. Gun unloaded, which I've already done. I'm not going to deal with it. So gun unloaded. A magazine. I give them this one because this is the one I really don't prefer to use. So it's 17 round magazines, the one I'm going to put in here. And then, thank goodness, the TH9 series comes with this case. And usually I have a plastic bag, the original plastic bag with this, so I'll wrap it in plastic, wrap it in the plastic bag, put it back in here. And then it comes with the case, and there's a little hole right here. Now, I'm not going to put a lock in here, okay? I'm not going to put a lock in here, but what I am going to do is I'm going to put a little zip tie it up here, and then take the FedEx, and then pretty much they're going to put it into a large box, which this fits into a large box, and then they just put the label. And so the email that I got, okay, is basically a FedEx email, and for the most part, what's going to happen is I'm going to forward that email to FedEx or Kinko FedEx location. They used to be Kinko's, and they'll be able to print out a label for me and then ship it off. So that's what I'm going to do. So I already have experience with the Taurus customer service and sending it back. No cost to me. Absolutely no cost to me whatsoever. So I don't have to do anything. I just have to take it to a FedEx location, and it'll probably take about a week. I'm guessing from the last time this happened, so it'll be about a week, maybe a week and a half, maybe 2 weeks, and I'll get this gun back. This is my original Taurus. This is my original Taurus TH9 right here, and so because I got the, I don't know if you can see that. I put some nail polish on the tips of the Novak sights. That's what I did. That's the only mod I did. So this is the original right here. So this is the original TH9 that I purchased back on Black Friday. So that's my experience. I'll let you know what happens. I'm sure it'll be a good experience. So far, Taurus Customer Service has been wonderful. I don't have any issues as long as they're willing to fix this gun. I'm wondering what I'm gonna do after the quote-unquote 1-year warranty. Hopefully they'll can provide me better trigger spring, or somehow I can get trigger springs for this model, and I'll be able to make the repairs myself after the warranty, because I do train with this gun a lot. And again, this gun is so inexpensive, and you know, if you're going to train on a gun with a laser cartridge, that would be the way to go. Go with the least expensive gun, and if it breaks, you'll understand why it breaks. It's better than taking a very expensive gun and training on that with your laser cartridge and then having things break. So anyways, that's it. Customer service on Taurus is spot on. I'm very happy and very satisfied. It's encouraging because I don't mind buying Taurus handguns. I know they're very expensive, but at the same time, I'd rather have 2 of these guns than have one very expensive gun break on me. So I'd rather have one of these guns break on me. I still have the other one, which I do carry. I do carry here on my side here, and this is now empty because I got the laser cartridge in here. Yeah, I got the laser cartridge in here now. So, but this is a gun I'll be training on, and I don't know if it's this particular gun. I'm not sure if it's this particular gun, or because I'll be dry firing with this model here and see if this trigger spring breaks, and which if it does, I'll just call Taurus and have them fix it again, I guess. There's no cost to me other than the time it takes for me to go around. Anyways, that's this episode here. My trigger spring or trigger return spring broke again, but customer service is pretty good at Taurus, very responsive. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Comment, like, subscribe, thumbs up. Bye.